What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about and comparing the three main cities that make up the Triad area of North Carolina: Winston Salem, Greensboro, and High Point. Let's jump into the video. My name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, as well as all of the surrounding areas. And I wanted to make this video for you guys today because it seems that people still continue to move, to flock to North Carolina. It's a very popular state right now. And when they're moving to North Carolina, a lot of the times they're considering Greensboro, High Point, or Winston-Salem. Now, these three cities do have a lot of similarities, but there are also some major differences. And I wanted to kind of break that down and discuss that with you today so that you may be more prepared when the time comes. Before we jump into the video, I just want to remind you that if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything I didn't answer in this video that you might have a question about, feel free to call me, shoot me a text, send me an email, let me know how I can help, if at all. The number on the screen should be my phone number if I did this correctly. I'm also going to leave a ton of helpful links for you in the about section of this video. Don't forget to check that out. And do me a huge favor, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Those kinds of things keep me motivated to keep bumping out these videos for you. So let's start with Greensboro, North Carolina. Greensboro happens to be the largest city in the Triad, or the Piedmont Triad as sometimes it's referred to as. Not only that, but it happens to be the third largest city in the state. Greensboro has a great blend of history, sports, and nature, and it's also well known for its relaxed and laid-back atmosphere. There is a ton of outdoor recreational activities, so if you're an outdoorsy person, you're definitely going to want to consider Greensboro, North Carolina. Greensboro has a nickname, Tournament Town, and it's because it hosts numerous sporting events. The most common nickname for Greensboro, though, is probably going to be Gate City, and that's because it has a rich transportation history and it's a hub where major highways and rail lines intersect. This city happens to have several universities, which adds a fun, youthful, dynamic energy to the city. Greensboro is an excellent destination for anyone who enjoys history, sports, and nature. Now let's talk about High Point, North Carolina. Geographically, High Point is going to be between Winston-Salem and Greensboro, North Carolina. High Point is actually the 9th largest city in North Carolina. And funny enough, High Point actually extends into 4 different counties. High Point is very well known for its furniture and textiles, and it's actually really well known for their famous High Point Furniture Market, which comes to town twice a year. The High Point Furniture Market is actually the largest market of its kind in the entire world. It also brings visitors from all around the world, helping to boost the local economy. And a quick side note on that, I have some investors who own rental properties and they do kind of short-term rentals like Airbnb and VRBO. During the furniture market, those investors usually make the entire year's worth of mortgages in just a few weeks. High Point is also home to High Point University, which was founded in 1924, and they usually enroll about 4,000 students every year. And now we're going to talk about my personal favorite. I could be a little bit biased, but that's going to be Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Out of the 3 cities, Winston-Salem is going to be the westernmost. We are the 2nd largest city in the Triad and the 5th largest city in North Carolina as a whole. And one thing I love about Winston-Salem is that we have a really good balance. I would say the perfect balance of being a small city with big city amenities. Now, historically, Winston-Salem used to be known for tobacco and textiles, but now it's more of an arts and innovation hub. Winston-Salem also has a booming arts community that embraces the old and the new. And I love the downtown area of Winston-Salem because it's a very industrial feeling downtown. All these old tobacco plants and textile plants have now been turned into some amazing luxury lofts, and maybe some of your favorite coffee shops and high-end restaurants and all kinds of things you can imagine. The nightlife here is fun and trendy, but it's on a smaller scale, which I tend to enjoy. And we don't really have a nightclub scene or a club scene here. Greensboro does have some. And we also don't have very large music venues. So if you're into that nightlife, that type of nightlife, or live music events, Greensboro might be a better fit for you. I like to think of Winston-Salem as a city of street festivals, food trucks, and a booming art scene. Okay, so now we've discussed a little bit about each city and how they kind of differ in the way they feel and the way that they are. I just briefly wanted to remind you that if you are thinking about making a move to either Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem, or any surrounding area in the Triad, feel free to reach out to me. You can shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. And if you're getting any kind of value out of this video, I would really appreciate it if you give me a like, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe. Those kinds of things keep me motivated to keep pumping out these videos for you. So Greensboro, North Carolina has a population of about 299,000 people, so almost 300,000 people, while the yearly average household income is about $51,000. So far, the average home sold in Greensboro, North Carolina is about $296,000. So generally speaking, the average rents and the average home prices are going to be a little bit higher in Greensboro, North Carolina, being that it is the biggest city in the Triad or the Piedmont Triad. So High Point actually has a population of about 115,000 people as of 2023, and the average household income yearly salary would be about $54,000. And now the average home sold in High Point, North Carolina is going to be about $270,000. Now, personally speaking, my investors love High Point, North Carolina because you can get a real good deal out there, and also because of that VRBO, Airbnb, short-term rental market, there's definitely a lot of profits to be made in High Point, North Carolina. Winston-Salem's population is about 271,000 people, while the average annual household income is about $71,000. So far in 2023, the average home in Winston-Salem, North Carolina sold for about $291,000, but honestly that does seem a little high. Those numbers could be a little bit inflated. And don't get me wrong, guys, I love all three of these cities. You can't really go wrong when you're coming to the Triad area of North Carolina. So I would be really seriously looking at Greensboro for a number of reasons. If my job is there, obviously, if I'm going to school there, but also if I'm a little bit maybe on the younger side, I would say, and I'm looking to, you know, have a nightlife, go out, have tons of sporting events, large music venues, and I want to party and things that have that kind of lifestyle, I would definitely consider Greensboro. While High Point, I believe there's a lot of investment potential in High Point. So if you're looking to buy maybe your first residence and eventually want to turn it into a rental or maybe in a flip property, I think High Point is a great area for that. Also, the locals in High Point really love High Point University. It's one of their core things about the city that they talk about. So I definitely love that atmosphere, that togetherness. A lot of people love the High Point University crowd. Also, High Point, North Carolina is really awesome if, say, you work in Greensboro, but your spouse works in Winston-Salem, or you have reasons to be near both cities. I think that that's an awesome, you know, place to be, right in the middle between two big cities, and you're in a big city as well. Now, like I told you at the beginning of the video, I could be a little bit biased, but I think that Winston-Salem is the best town in the Triad, heck, the best town in North Carolina. We're bigger than High Point, but not too big, and we're smaller than Greensboro. We still have a lot of amenities, the amenities that are important to me in my stage of life, I would say. So we're not exactly a party town like maybe Greensboro could be considered, and we definitely have more amenities than, say, High Point, and our home prices are really competitive. So let me know in the comment section which city you would prefer to live in. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.